Hi there. Welcome everybody to another Friday morning. Free meditation for prosperity and abundance. My little one right here wants to sit up for a second. I'll put her back down in a minute. But yeah, so it's interesting that I don't get the feedback to hear how everybody's doing, but we have been getting different kind of comments and different things that people are struggling with, right? And, every week our meditation is different. And, normally when we do the live meditation, I go around the room and I say, what are you working on or working through, so that we can really work on reprogramming that specifically for you. And, without having that interaction, I don't have that feedback back, but I have been trying to do a pool of people, friends, colleagues, and say, what are some of the things that people are working on and working through right now? And, yes, meditation is an amazing tool for peace of mind, for grounding, for allowing yourself to get centered and be in a more positive, powerful space. And that's super important at this time, because extra stress, chaos, and anxiety serve no one. And that was kind of the basis of the meditation last week. And you're welcome to go back and rewatch that, but about really taking back your own power in your life. Okay. And we have many different meditations. The meditation I do with you guys on Friday is free for you to enjoy and to recenter and have that. We also have a lot of our other meditations are available via live stream and for $15, and so many different modalities, types, and practitioners that have been joining in to offer those meditations to you. So make sure you check out our meditation calendar if you want to get a little bit more or focus on certain type of specific deep work that you're working through. But today what I want to focus on is, since we divided up between prosperity and abundance, and I know that of course we're going to hit on prosperity in this time where people are feeling scarcity and lack, a lot of unemployment. We have a record high of unemployment happening right now. A couple days ago, I heard that over 16 million Americans had filed unemployment in the last week and a half. That's huge, and, there is a lot of uncertainty as like, what is life after the coronavirus? After we do resolve this, will things go back to normal as far as our old normal? And, one of the biggest things that I have for people is, once you have any type of major change, nothing will ever be what it used to be. And that's okay, because that gives us the ability to invent and create a new existence, but you don't go backwards. You never step in the same river twice. It's always flowing, okay? So if that's the case, then, know that we're going to find a way to re-navigate, but it may not look the same. The way that we spent our time, the way that we traveled, the way that we interacted and created social aspects in our life may forever be altered, but that's okay. And so instead of getting attached to the old, I invite people to get excited about the new, about what can come out of this, the differences and the changes, and know that just like in the tarot, the Tower card, everything gets kind of down to the ground so things can get rebuilt, right? And it's like, instead of like buying a fixer-upper that you have to change the roof and change the electrical and redo the windows and all that stuff, sometimes it's easier to demolish the whole thing and rebuild it to the way that you want it. And in the large part, I think that that's what's happening to many people's lives, to many societies, and actually on a global level. So I invite you to, in the next few days, weeks, and months to come, to continue to remind yourself that new can be better, okay? And detach from the old, because the more that we attach to anything in the past and we grab a hold of the old so much, we create misery in the present, and we don't see the gifts that are around us or the opportunities that are around us, okay? Now, the other thing that is coming up for people is that I find that people are having a really hard time navigating relationships in this realm. You have it where family units are spending so much more time together, lovers are spending so much more time together, and people are in a confined, area of sometimes it's small, sometimes maybe people have big houses, but either way, they're trapped into their, I don't like to say trapped, not trapped, but they feel that they are stuck in an environment where more time, irritation, stress, and with everybody having anxiety, everybody having a lot of stress, everybody having fears and worries that are popping up, and a change in routine, there is a proneness for more arguments, fights, irritation, projecting that onto others, right? And I invite you to say, okay, know that whatever you are projecting onto another person, whether you're irritated that they didn't do the dishes or did this, or that they're acting this way, or this one characteristic or aspect of them you find extremely annoying and you're on your last nerve, I invite you to say that that's about you and not them, okay? And just hear me out on this. When we find irritations in other people, it's oftentimes we're irritated in ourselves. So one of the best ways that you can do for yourself is recenter. Whether you tap in and do a meditation, whether you ask yourself, what is really going on here, right? In this time where the whole world is shifting, it's the time to embrace what you're grateful for in an even deeper level. And that means looking and finding the 5 things that you're grateful for any of those family members, lovers, people in your life, roommates, whatever the situation is, and say, what are the things that you like about them? Because our mind will continue to go down rabbit holes where we lead it, okay? So if you lead it down something good and something loving and you open that heart space, you're going to continue to have a snowball effect thinking about other things that you love and you appreciate. That level of gratitude is going to open up extremely. And I'd like to have our meditation focus on that, about focusing on what you have instead of what you've lost, right? What is current in your reality. It's kind of hybriding those 2 themes of detaching from the old life and accepting the now and getting excited for the new, and looking at the people and circumstances and situations in your life and finding the level of gratitude and saying, I'm blessed. Look at this person that I get to spend more time with. Look at the individuals and why I love the people that I love, right? And the more that we can train our mind to see the positive, the more that your days, weeks, months are going to be more enjoyable, okay? And so I think that that's a good place to start. And, so for today's meditation, those are going to be the themes, and we're going to wrap in a little bit of the prosperity as well, because that's why a lot of people tune in. And so thinking of other opportunities, creative ideas, excitement about what you can create, what problems you can solve, just keep on in mind, if you are worrying about material prosperity because you've lost your job, or because you've lost a lot of money in the stock market, or because housing prices are falling, or whatever the case may be, right? You say to yourself, okay, you are a resilient person, okay? And things have ups and downs all of the time. But if you look back at the different periods in history, when we've had the biggest collapses, we've actually gave birth to the biggest new creations, okay? And so, more people besides the tech bubble became millionaires outside of the Great Depression than any other time, okay? So when you think about that, there is this, we are creating a new world, and the more you can stay in that positive light, you'll find ways to make money. You'll find solutions at hand. When you get out of your old stuck ways that say, this is the way that I used to earn, create, or do, and you say, okay, well, what can I do now? What needs need to be filled? What things fulfill my heart that I want to pour my energy into? And you're going to notice that as things continue to progress and as the world continues to change, you're going to find solutions and ways that you can be more prosperous than you've ever been in any other time in your life. I truly believe that, and I want you to allow yourself to think of that for a moment. And that goes into the place of gratitude. So without further ado, we're going to get into the meditation today. I would like for you to get comfortable. Many people like to lay down during the meditation, so you can choose whether you want to lay down. If you want to sit up, spine straight. I like to say, always have your palms up, whether you're laying down or whether you're sitting up. And you can put them next to your hip bones, and that kind of adds like an extra layer of support so you can sit up a little bit more firmly and more comfortably if you're doing that. And if you're laying down, I just get comfortable, put a blanket around you if you'd like. If you use eye pillows, use an eye pillow. And allowing yourself to get as comfortable as can be with those palms up on your sides, and allow yourself to just close your eyes. And as you allow yourself to close your eyes, I want you to take a few moments to just be present to the stillness that is going on around you, to the calmness that is all around, and to feel and be aware of yourself in a way that many of you don't spend too much time being aware of. I know I don't, and sometimes we forget to actually even tune in and say, how am I feeling? But not just on an emotional level, but on a physical level, noticing subtle areas of your body that are maybe a little tense, a little sore. Other areas of your body that feel extremely comfortable, relaxed as you unwind. And as you notice your body, from the tip of your toes to the top of your head, as you draw your awareness to your big toe and your small toe on your left foot, and then you allow your awareness to shift over to your right foot, and you feel the difference between one and the next. And as you allow yourself to feel the difference between your feet, as you allow yourself to feel the subtleties of the way that your feet feel, your arches, the soles of your feet. And as you feel that and you allow yourself to know that these feet continue to point forward for a reason, reminding you that life continues, that it's a path of movement, ever-changing reality is part of existence. There is no the same time, the same place ever again. And as your feet continue to lead you and guide you with every step that you take, know that that step is progress. Is forward movement. That's why your feet face forward as you remind yourself once again. And as you remind yourself of that, the simpleness of your feet and the direction that they face, allow yourself to be amazed at your body, of all of you, for just a moment or two, of how complex you are and how all of your systems work perfectly to create you. All of you. And as you allow yourself to feel that, to know that, as you feel your legs, your knees, your hips, be aware of all the tissue, fiber, muscle, cells that support you each and every day, to allow you to have this gift of life. So often we get tied and pulled in to the chaos, to the things that are wrong, that we forget that there's so many things that are right. That the gift of life each and every day is such a gift. And we get the power to choose our perspective and the way that we interact with the things that are in our control every day. That's right. It starts between your eyes and this brain of yours and the way that you think. Whether you allow yourself to be in a state of bliss and joy or misery, the thoughts will lead you to any place that you desire them to take you. And the power of those thoughts are within your control, and you can shift the way that you think about even the most devastating situations. You can change your thoughts, you can change your mind, and then your feelings will follow so. Remind yourself of that. The power to see that it's the little things in life that bring us the biggest joy, and all that we have that surrounds us now, instead of what we've lost, what we currently have, and what we're open to receive. Because change, it's happening. And your current state of reality won't be your future state. And your current ever-changing reality can bring you whatever you truly desire, but it starts with your inner beliefs. And as you allow yourself to be aware of that, your hips, feeling that, allowing this energy of realization, of gratitude, of just being present to you to exist. Feel your hips. Feel your stomach. Allow yourself to be grateful for all the meals that you're eating, the nutritious food that's allowing your body to regenerate, replenish, revitalize, and to heal on an everyday basis. And not only that, feeling this energy as it flows up your liver, your spleen, gallbladder, allowing this energy to flow up and to fill your heart, your lungs. Breathing in and breathing out right now as you notice that breathing is both a conscious and an unconscious process. Feel that. Feel the gift that you're given with every breath. And allowing yourself to be aware of just how it feels to breathe. As you bring that awareness in and you allow yourself to notice that as you pay attention to your breathing, you can control it. You can even make your breath be a very powerful, relaxing agent, healing agent, restoring agent. Because when you just breathe automatically, unconsciously, you remain in your current state. But if you allow yourself to give your breath a little bit of focus, intention, thoughtfulness, and you allow yourself to control it for a moment or two, you can see that breath, you can feel that breath, you can know that breath has this ability to take you to a deeper space. To literally breathe in relaxation, inner peace. And to breathe out stress, anxiety, and all of the chaos and clutter that doesn't serve you, that you don't need. And you can take in that breath and you can even give it color if you like. You can allow that beautiful imagination that thinks of infinite possibilities, that is so vivid and bright. To imagine that breath has the ability to heal and restore all of the cells within your lungs, to make them powerful and resistant to any viruses, any conditions that are going on in the outside world. And as you breathe that energy in, and you can literally see that breath, give it a color of healing, give it a color of life, give it a color of refresh. And imagine that breath going in and filling the lining of your lungs. Allow it to expand. And see it being absorbed by every cell. And allow yourself to imagine releasing out any stress, any negativity, any worry, any pain, any shame, guilt, limitations that have been looming inside. Say, not anymore, not today. I'm reminding myself of who I am, of the powerful person, of all that I can do, of all that I'm allowed to do, of my flexibility, my ability to create, manifest, achieve, and do. Remember your power. Remember who you are. And as you feel this breath entering in and you allow yourself to release, let it all go. Every single breath, releasing more and more. And that's the power that you have here today, but any moment of your life, any moment of the day. You can simply remind yourself that you can shift your state just like that. You can shift it and shift and allow yourself to change, to let go of anything, to clear your mind, to clear your body, to clear your energy. Because in a moment, in an instant, everything can shift if you allow yourself to be powerful once again of your circumstances and find that gratitude. What are those little things that you appreciate, the moments in your day? From waking up and reminding yourself of 5 things that you're grateful for, maybe the warmth of your bed, the ability to drink clean water, the ability to enjoy your cup of tea or coffee at that perfect temperature and flavor that you like. And so on and so forth and continue. And allowing yourself to remind yourself every moment of the gift of your existence and the appreciation for the moments that are your days of your life. I know that many people continue to wish away their days, can't wait until they get past the situation that we're currently in today. But this situation, the circumstances are here. What can you do to make the most of it, to make the appreciation, to enjoy spending more time with your lover or your family, to enjoy the relaxation of your home, to take more time to read or do the things that you haven't had time or space to do, to find your rhythm within a new rhythm in life. Of your senses, the enjoying a bite of a meal you create. The love that is there. The appreciation as you start to shift that perspective today. Appreciation. What do you have, not what did you lose? What is still in front of you when you have all of the talents, skills, things that you've learned over all of the years, and the ability for this brilliant mind of yours to learn and to adapt anything that you desire. We're constantly learning and growing. Evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. You're evolving. You're changing. What are you putting into your mind? What are you allowing yourself to do? And when you erase the fear and the stress and the negativity, you find a clearing of your energy with this ability to say, how can I make the most of this time? This time that is my days, that is your life, that is a part of you. We all have a book of life that we live. A book that is filled with all of these experiences that go across all of the chapters that exist. And it's our story, it's our journey. And we learn lessons along the way, and we go through difficult times, and we go through ease and grace. And it's through those ups and downs in life that create the story that's worth living, the struggles so we can learn, the gifts and the obstacles that are presented that make us stronger, that make us more resilient, that figure out a way. I mean, you would never like to watch a movie or read a book that there wasn't any form of adversary or conflict, would you? If it was all ease and grace, it wouldn't be a story worth seeing or reading. It wouldn't be one worth playing either. Because when you reframe your mind, when you allow yourself to change your perspective, you will understand a very valuable aspect. Now, what do I exactly mean by that? When you shift your mind and shift your perspective and you allow yourself to know a very valuable lesson. That it's in our darkest moments and it's in our biggest challenges in life. That they're not really bad, they're good. They cause us the most growth, development. Allow us to move beyond certain chapters and into the next level in our life. When we solve those problems, when we figure out the way, when we gain that victory, when we overcome the darkness or the challenge, the obstacle, we're given so many gifts and new skills, new tools and resources. When you look back into chapters in your past, do yourself a favor right now. See those moments maybe when you were a child that was a challenging obstacle that you were like, why this I didn't get, or I failed at this, or whatever the case, and then see how you overcame. Maybe teenage years or early 20s or whenever the next chapter began with that obstacle that you must face, that difficulty, that challenge that was there. That at the time you said, how is this good for my life? Why me? Poor me? Whatever you said. But now looking back from this wiser perspective, from this higher light, from your future self looking back, you say, wow. That was actually a very pivotal time for me. It led to this, and that. And in a way, you can look back and say, I'm so grateful for that. Because of that, I became who I am. And I'm proud of who I am today. And you realize that those challenges and those obstacles were making you stronger, wiser, more resourceful, giving you more tools and skills along the way. And it is in those chapters that are the defining moments in your life. It's almost like if you're on a path in a road and you hit a fork in the road and you must decide left or right. And it's in that moment that you realize that whatever choice you choose, your life is forever altered and changed. And so you chose a path that led you to the story that is currently at play. And when you realize that over and over again, giving yourself power that you're making those choices at those crossroads in life, you're the decider, you're the powerful aspect of you. You get to choose left or right. And I'll let you in on a little secret. There is no wrong, there is no right. So choose a path, choose to choose, and allow fate and your story to unfold with you, for you. That's right. And so in this moment of a crossroads of many people's life, you can choose to make the best out of everything. You can choose to start to rewire your mind, to allow yourself to find the simple things, the gratitude in each and every moment, in each and every relationship, and the love that you have that surrounds you. In your friendships, in your family, in your lover, in your friends. You can choose to see the way that you really appreciate and see them. To find the gratitude for how that relationship is, who they are. And you'll start to feel that energy shift between any conflict that might have arisen, any situations that are currently challenging. And you'll start to see and to feel differently. And as you change, that dynamic changes. And your story starts to play out differently. And the story of that, and realizing that it's not about looking back over your path of your past. When you're driving, there's a rear view mirror that's right there that occasionally you look back to see what's behind you, but the majority of the time you spend looking forward. And if you spend the majority of the time looking into that rear view mirror instead of looking forward, you're going to hit obstacles, challenges, get in accidents in life. Because the past is the past. Be grateful for the experiences and what you've seen and went through, but know that there's a new world waiting for you. And when you get excited about that, you can invoke and awaken that childlike wonder inside of you. Do you know what I mean? That childlike wonder that looks towards the future, that doesn't need to have it all planned, but gets excited for what the story is going to play out. It's like you're sitting and watching a movie and you don't know the plot line and you're so excited to see what the character is going to do next, what the situation's going to unfold. And you sit in that suspense. As you can do that with life right now. Instead of the fears over-consuming you, instead of the stresses overwhelming you, what if you awaken that childlike wonder? Where you awaken that trust in yourself and say, you know what? I know I'm resilient. I've went through many things in my life. I'll get through this. I know that. And as you get through that and you know that, you can sit back and say, all right, I'm excited to see how this story plays out. I'm ready for the changes. Because the past, I've already been there, done that. How boring is it to live the same reality over and over again? You wouldn't want to watch that in a movie or read that in a book. You want change. You want suspense. You want obstacles and resistance. You want you to be able to level up, to learn, to grow, to evolve, to shift. And shifting is happening now on an individual, societal, and global level. And release your attachments to the past. Release to the old. Say it's okay. It's okay to let go of the old ways of doing things and start to embrace the new that will be invented and created in the days, weeks, months, and years coming up. Change. Think about your grandparents and how much change they went through in their life. Depending on the age of your grandparents, maybe even if you date back to your great-grandparents, not having even cars to drive around, that's right. And then cars that drove around, phones that could go from being plugged into a wall to having a computer in your pocket, to planes that flew in the sky, to the shifts and changes that occurred in currency and in living and environment. It's okay to embrace change. It's okay to get excited for the stories that are unfolding as we sit. And to find the empowerment of where you're deciding that you're going to be at cause for your story as you shift. And I want you to sit in a few moments of silence and just think about that for a moment or two. Let go and feel. Travel down deep inside of you. Connect with yourself, your true heart, the joys, the part of you that loves to appreciate, to feel joy, expansion, happiness, and in the moments to appreciate the simple things, the things that you have, the blessings around you, and your abilities to always learn, grow, and create. Tap into your heart and ask yourself, what is it you truly want? Give yourself permission to also ask yourself, what is it that you're actually secretly happy that you get to be releasing through all of the changes that are existing? Are there things that you did? Are there elements that you held on to that you didn't even like, but it was just so ingrained in your routine that you get a shift? You get the power of changing your routine, changing your life, shifting your story. What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift. I want you to create a list inside of your mind of all of the things that you're grateful for that are currently in your life. These can be simple and these can be big. You get to decide. From as simple as warm running water for a shower to take, to as complex as whatever you can imagine. But allow yourself to fill your mind with all of those gratitudes of life, of all that you still have, of all that you have. I invite you to shift your focus to someone that might have been getting on your nerves or irritating you recently. Maybe this is a lover, maybe this is a child, maybe this is a family member, maybe this is a roommate or a friend. And I want you to think of that person. And I want you to find 5 things that you love and appreciate about them. Who they are, what they do, what they stand for, the way that they act. Allow yourself to find those things. Allow yourself to remember what you love and appreciate. They're in your life for a reason, aren't they? And allowing yourself to remind yourself of that. Go ahead, try to do 5 more. Many of you might find that you can do way more. Simple, big, complex, whatever those things are. Remind your mind of the appreciation, of the gratitude. And if there's another person that has been a stressor, a point of contention in your life, I want you to bring them forward and do the same. What do you appreciate? What do you love? What do you cherish about them? Might be easy to get to that space if you imagine looking into their eyes right now. And as you look into their eyes and you see the softness of their soul, and a remembrance of a connection that you share, a connection that is cherished and known. And allow yourself to state those 5 things. Maybe 10. Go ahead, try. See what's there. And now I would like to invite you to look into a mirror. Look into your own eyes. And I want you to tell yourself 5 things that you love and appreciate and value about you. Go ahead. Who you are, your beliefs, your strengths, your talents, your characteristics, your personality. Go ahead, remind yourself. What do you love about you? What do you appreciate about you? Do 5 more. Go ahead. Couple more, you can do it. And I want you to say to yourself that you love yourself. And that you're here for you. You're strong. You're amazing. You're resourceful. You're intelligent. You're creative. And you got this. You're going to get through this. You're more powerful than you even realize. Tell yourself those things. And as you feel each and all of that vibration of love and peace going through you, in a few moments, I'm going to be waking you up out of hypnosis, but before I do it, 0 going even deeper. So each night, regardless of the night and regardless of the emotions that you've experienced, when you decide that it's the right time to fall asleep at night, you're going to fall asleep deeply and quickly and sleep well through the night. And in those early morning dreams, what are known as venting or releasing dreams, you're going to vent out any remaining blocks or resistance, any tension or stress. You're going to vent it all out and let it go. So you can wake up each and every morning feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready for another day. Ready to say, look at what I get to do today. This day is important. This is a day of my life. I'm not going to waste it or throw it away because this is my story. And I'm deciding the pages that I write. Remind yourself, this is my story and I'm deciding the pages that I write. Victory, resilience, health, prosperity, creativity, joy, love, happiness, appreciation, deep connections. I write this story. Allow yourself to feel that energy. So in a few moments when I wake you up from 0 up to 5, on or before 5, opening your eyes completely unsuggestible and wide awake. So 0, deeper. At 1, closing the door to the unconscious mind, making sure all the suggestions are locked in and effective. And at 2, becoming aware of your body. So at 3, a total sense of positivity floods through every cell. 4, becoming aware of the room around you. And 5, eyes open, wide awake, coming back. You can slowly wiggle your hands and your toes. You feel your breath and the way that it feels. Just breathe in and breathe out. And I want you to allow yourself to know that today, first day, new chapter, your life, you in control. I want to thank everybody for joining. You can sit there in calmness and peace for a few more minutes in silence. Also, a reminder that all of our meditations are available to you. Also, all of our healers and practitioners are available for one-on-one services. So if you need any additional support or want to tap in and do some deeper work, we're here for you. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.